Hey everybody, I'm Katie. I'm the director of programming here at Wicked Queer, and welcome to the Q&A for Leading Ladies with all the ladies from the movie. We're super excited. We have a bunch of our programmers here and Joanne from the Boston Women's Film Festival because, and I'm not being biased, it is one of our favorite films that we have, and it's the world premiere. And Ruth, you've always been a favorite of mine, and I was so excited when you messaged me in February that you had the film, because I know you had your short film last year. You had mentioned this film and you had said the premise, but I don't think you guys had shot it yet. And I was like, we get the world premiere, and sure enough, you stuck to your word, which I'm super excited about. If you guys want to go around and just kind of say who you are and what you did in the film, and plus our programmers too. Sophia, if you want to start.
Hey guys, I'm one of the programmers here. It's such a pleasure, such a pleasure to have you here again. We love your film so much. Yeah, I'm just like a big fan. That's who I am. Please introduce yourselves.
You're the director. I'm Ruth Codelia. I'm the director of Leading Ladies, and I think the pleasure is ours because it's a festival that we really loved. We would love to be there because it's amazing. But I think it's amazing too that we can do this through Zoom.
Yeah, we got to have you back and go dancing at the club again.
Yes. It was so fun.
It was so fun, yeah.
Well, hi, I'm Sylvia. I'm an actress, and I play the role of Sylvia. Also. Hi, my name is Anna. I'm an actress too, and I play the role of Anna in the movie.
Hi, I'm Marcela, and I play Marcela also.
I discovered that early on when I was looking at your name, and then your guys' name. Yeah.
Yeah, well, as well, I'm an actress, and I'm Diana and Diana.
Hi, I'm Ana Maria. I'm an actress, and I am Ana Maria.
You make it easy for us, you guys.
Yeah.
Beza, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Beza, and I'm one of the Wicked Queer programmers, and a big fan of the movie and Ruth's movies in general.
And I'm Joanne. I'm the director of the executive director of the Boston Women's Film Festival. And when Sylvia and Ruth were here last time, it was definitely sweater weather, and this evening is sweater weather as well. So I've got my sweater on. So you're not missing the weather, trust me. Although we would love to have you here.
It was amazing. It was such a fun time.
Yes.
So let's start off with, I know you had pitched me the idea of what you guys were doing before and how it was completely improvised. And I would love to know what you guys as the actresses knew prior, I guess, going into each scene, and kind of what Ruth did. Because obviously, even though you guys are improvising, there's so much direct that you still have to do as far as making sure they go from A to B in a scene and not go, off on tangent. So I'd love to know kind of how it all started and how you thought about it, and kind of how the directing on set went.
But the thing is, we shot in a long shot. I mean, we didn't cut, so we couldn't cut and say, okay, let's try this or not. We shot, I think it was 5 days, one for each point of view, and they didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, they just knew that there was a dinner party because they were welcoming Marce, but they didn't know what was happening. I mean,
and you didn't know it too, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was so improvised because I was directing with WhatsApp messages. I mean, I was sending them, okay, just go to the kitchen or tell them that the secret you have or things like that. So it was, and it lasted for like 2 or 3 hours, and they were improvising during that time. We shot, I think it was her point of view the first day, and the second day we showed another point of view, and with different endings, different events. It was quite a challenge.
Every time that a character has their cell phones in the movie, it's actually because Ruth was talking to us through the
Oh.
WhatsApp. So yes, we were being
That's
directed
fascinating.
by Ruth through the phone. And sometimes
That's
it was
so
so
cool.
hard because you were like acting with the girls, but you have to be so attentive in the phone, and it was so hard. But it was such a fun.
So as the actresses, you knew nothing about your characters going in?
No, I think one important thing is that we were like rehearsing a lot of months ago, like
Mhm.
7 months, Ruth, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
7
was-
or 6.
yeah, 6, 7 months. So like we had the relationships between each
Right.
other.
Mhm.
It's like we have
We
the
create a life.
yeah.
We create a real relationship.
Yeah.
And you
So
can tell that with just how natural I feel like the dialogue is between all of you. And it's just like a lot of times when you're watching, it's like a Hollywood movie, it's like, that's not how real people talk. And it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You have the pauses, you have, I think, what naturally people say to each other, and just even like the looks and the touches and stuff. I think that really comes across in how you set up this movie.
I think it was because of the rehearsal process, but it was not like a traditional rehearsal. It was just also improvised rehearsal. I mean, they were just creating the relationship, as Anna said. It was like going out and they had dinner, drinks, and creating the relationship, what was happening. Some of them of the events that eventually happened was because of the rehearsal, and you say, okay, this is interesting, let's explore.
And also, like in the rehearsals, Ruth was like in the cell phone, also like giving us some information, some stuff like to use in that specific rehearsal. So tell her something about this or that, and it was like all the time constructing our relation.
That's so interesting and cool and amazing that
Yeah,
A,
it's so
you
cool.
thought the way to do it that way, and B, you have these talented actresses who I know you've all worked with before, but that you guys are able to pull off something like that. It's so amazing. You guys should be very, even though you haven't seen the final, some of you should be very proud of how the final came out.
We're going to watch it, but we want to have like a cool screening, not with the computers and that stuff. So we are waiting because here the COVID thing, it's a little bit, it's getting worse here. So
Yeah.
so we want to screen it properly.
I have another question about going off of what you said you're doing long shots, because I feel like I noticed so much of the shooting was very tight on the characters, and it was very, we see their facial expressions, you go from here and you go up and you get the other facial expression, and it was more about the characters and less about the environment. Like I don't feel like I ever fully saw like a wide shot of the entire table. It was always here and here. So I'd love to know kind of your thought about that shooting style.
I think I had some references of different improvised movies and character movies, because I think this is a character movie, and I think the style was like created for them, because we wanted to create this environment where they were like trapped, because they were like trapped in their lives. So it kind of makes sense to have this kind of shots, like wide shots and not wide shots, close-ups. But I think it made sense. We shot with 2 cameras each night. One of them was just like focused on the one that had the point of view, and the other one was like searching the relationship and the reactions of the other ones. But I think it made sense because they were the important thing, not the environment. I mean, it doesn't matter where they are. I mean, the important thing is that they have secrets between them and all that stuff. So that's why it's like so suffocating sometimes, because it's like there's this feeling of you can get out of your life.
Totally. That's totally. Have you seen like crazy, like early 2000s. It was fully,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
like. I love that movie, and I felt somewhat of like the natural as far as the dialogue goes between that movie and this movie. That's when I was like referencing when I looked up. I love that movie.
It's a
big compliment.
Yeah, and it's a reference for I think everything that I think about.
That's awesome. I have more questions, but if other programmers want to jump in with their questions.
Yeah, I wanted to like just like ask when we were talking about the improvisation part, like how much you had in mind and like the outcome or the conversations, how much like where it landed, did you think that it was gonna go the way it was, or it's just ended up in a totally different place than you ever imagined? Like I kind of want to know about that, because I'm pretty sure you had something in mind that things might go, and then what happened?
Well, this is the moment that I really don't know what happened. And I'm so angry about it. Really, I don't know, because I felt like like a betrayal. Really. So in this moment, I really don't know anything. I don't know Marcela and Ana and the other. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but the thing is that like we were shooting, and the night was like I don't know, over, but then we were like, oh my god, what did just happen? I don't know. Bye bye, I'm going to sleep. I'm so ultra tired. I'm like, I don't know. It was like a dream, something weird, and so we were like super tired. You remember?
Yes. And we were like, I don't want to see you anymore. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, I remember one night we were like the final. I mean, when Ruth says like it's a wrap, and we go running like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to be with you. Don't talk to me. Silence, please. Like we were like yeah, it was so hard. But one night I remember. And when we fight in between us, like physical, it was then the shot we say like what happened? Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, did I hurt you? Like
And we cry in the floor.
and because about what you
Amazing.
were saying, like the improvisation, you just in the moment the key is that you just don't think about it, and you just don't plan anything. You just go with your partner, with the thing that is going on, and you don't have the time like to be okay. Here I'm gonna say this, and maybe if I said this, it will be probably to have this there. No. You just go with the thing in the moment, in the present, with your partner, and that's it. And then you have these reactions like what.
But the funny thing is that every night we have different ends. So there are like 5 different ends for them. Actually, there are 5 different movies because we shot 5 different movies. So we have 5 different endings that they don't know which ending Ruth picked up. But yes, so when the night was, when we end shooting, the next day we were like, okay, we have to reset everything because last night's shooting has nothing to do with today's shooting. So it was a challenge.
Like a reset, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess off of that, then Ruth, how did you decide the ending that you had chosen?
I always knew. I mean, the okay, this is a spoiler, but it's the final ending that the one we shot on the 5th night, but the 4 prior nights were like fake endings. I mean, it was just explore what's happening, but it
It was manipulated.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
But I knew. I mean, I think that the first night they ended up like playing, I don't know what game, but I said, okay, you can play. I mean, just relax because this is not the ending. I mean, the ending was quite tied from the beginning. I mean, I don't know how we were going to go to that ending. In fact, the fourth night we showed Marce's point of view, and I wanted to like create something between them, and I told Anna to tell Marce something that I thought Marce would keep her as a secret, and then she told Sylvia, and everything, and they fight it, and I don't know how I'm going to.
No,
like,
in that end, when that we broke up in that end.
Yeah, and I didn't know what was going to happen, because I thought Marta was going to keep silent, but no, she didn't. She just told them, and I say, okay, what can we do now? It was quite a challenge during the process.
We just have another night to end this thing. What are we gonna do? Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
That's insane.
A little bit.
But it's so close to life, to real life, because you don't know what are you going to do. You just know you felt a love for this one, you feel bad about something, and then it's just like she was playing, of course, manipulating us. Ruth is a bad girl, but then you realize that it was so close to life. That's the reason it was so hard and touching, and wow.
Yeah, because you guys are reacting off instinct of like what is given to you in that moment, for sure.
Yeah.
Joanne, did you have a question?
well, my question was, and then Ruth gave that she would tell you what your secret was as you were acting. Is that how it worked? She would tell you that, how much detail did she give you? And the other question I have is, you guys all sing that song about being fucked up. It's fabulous, but it seems like someone instigates the song differently in every part of every single person's perspective. Did you know that was going to happen? And that's quite remarkable, actually.
Yeah, they knew, but it was very difficult for them to, because I think in each point of view they knew who had to start the song, but it was like a very difficult time for them. So I say, okay, Anna, just start, and she couldn't, and someone helped her.
I was
because
so nervous.
it was
so
very
nervous.
difficult.
Yeah, but we knew
The
song that every night. Which song do we have to play each night?
I think it was the only thing that you knew.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the secrets, we discovered the secrets through the rehearsal progress. We discovered, we create our own secrets, but at the end of the rehearsals, we just sit down with Ruth and talk like she was our shrink a little bit, and we told her everything, and so she knew every secret, every thought, every feeling. So that's why Diana is saying that she manipulated us, because she has all the information, but we didn't have the information. We only had what we discovered about us.
But they thought they had secrets, but sometimes I said, that Anna has this, and Anna thought that it was a secret for her, but I already told her. So yeah.
You did play them. Okay, so you were playing them.
Yeah. For instance, Anna had a secret that she thought it was a secret, and all of them knew.
Yeah. No.
Which is the way life works too. I mean, that's the way life works.
Yeah.
Yeah, real life.
I felt like each character at some point like showed a vulnerable moment. Like all of them, I feel like, especially at the table scenes, had this exterior of someone's hiding something. You don't know what they're hiding. And then you had the moment of, particularly like in the kitchen scene, when you wanted to be together and then it was like apart. And then finding out, like Marcella telling her about like what happened and you're in jail. Did you really try to find those?
Spoilers.
Shit, I didn't know you didn't know that part.
Thank you.
But trying to find those vulnerable moments, like how did you go about doing that?
I don't know how you did it. I mean, it's them who did it. It was, I think, I had some points that I knew that we have had to touch. For instance, the last point of view, the Sylvia's point of view, I knew it had to start before the other ones. I mean, it started a little bit earlier before they arrived. So some of that stuff were clear. I mean, when we each shooting day, when we ended, I started writing and said, okay, what happened today? How can this can be like I don't know, like guided to the end of the movie that was like some of them end up together, some of them broke up, but I think at the end it's quite a dark movie. I mean, it's quite sorry, but it is it's about that we're not as good as we think as human beings. We have secrets, we lie, and it doesn't matter if we do it, but we are human beings. And that's a thing that I knew from the beginning when not from the beginning, but from the rehearsal process. Some of that stuff, some of that lies were like a little bit like guided to happen in the movie because that's kind of the message that the movie, I think we wanted to like to I don't know to create or to send. But also I need to say something because it's important to remark that this movie was a very difficult movie to shoot, a very difficult movie to direct, but also to edit. I mean, we had a editor who is like a god. I mean, Alejo Sandoval, who did an amazing job because he wasn't.
He rewrote the movie.
Yeah, he wasn't at the shooting. I mean, I just explained what happened. We start watching some of the material, and he creates some moments, and it was a very amazing job.
I mean, I can't imagine that, like taking the 5 perspectives, and then was he one of the main deciders of whose perspective was the truth at that time?
Yes, I think we decided together, but he like proposed me lots of stuff. I mean, it was amazing because he wasn't at the shooting and did an amazing job.
That's amazing.
I want to say this too, that this film is really a tribute to you, Ruth, as director, but also to all of the leading ladies. Your acting is what makes this film. I mean, this film works because you have worked so hard together to work that improvisation and embody those characters. You know, I teach this stuff, and I'm going to tell you that the acting is spectacular in this film. It's really strong. So wait till you see the film because you are jumping on Ruth, because it really is. You're acting because we believe who the characters are all the way through, and that their perspective, it's got this kind of Rashomon feel to me, and it's just so strong. It's a really fabulous film. It really is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I think it's their movie because it's when we started this rehearsal process, we created together. I mean, the thing is, one day I woke up and I don't know,
at 5 a.m.
At 5 a.m. and I dreamt something. And I told Sylvia, I have an idea. I don't know what it is, but it's about 5 friends who reunite from. One of them was away and she's coming back. And I think the actresses could be these 5 ladies, and I think that I don't know if the day before that we were reunited and we started talking about the day after that we just say, okay, we want to do this, yeah, do it, let's do it, and we did it. I mean, it was from the day one that we were together, and that's why I think this is what it is, because they chemistry, the passion, what they gave in the movie, because they like left a part of them in that movie, and I think it's a character movie. It's all them. The whole movie it's because of them.
And it was now that you said that we give a part of ourselves. I think it was really difficult to have the character name as yourself.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Yeah. It was really hard then after the movie, like to separate the real Sylvia from the movie, but it was like a little bit messy in my head, and it was hard. I think it was hard.
But then it was harder than you realize that it was difficult to like separate these two, like Anna from the movie and Anna in the real life. But then when I saw the movie, I felt awful because it's like a part of me. Like a part of me that I was like, oh my god,
What person?
I am this person. What? And yes, and I think that it was also no just like the giving a part of our lives, or just rehearsal, or just like construct the relationships, but also is like at the time in your life that gives many things to the movie. In my case, I was like in a very hard moment. I was like so how to say, like confused and living things so hard, like emotional, like familiar, like very hard times, and I gave that to the movie. And then when I saw the movie finish it, I was like, oh my god, I cried because I was like, I hate once, and then I was like, no, but it's me, it's really me. So it is hard. It's a hard and it's difficult movie to see in my case, like in my point of view, and in the relationship with the girls, the real relationship and the relationship in the movie. It was so hard.
You're
So-
scaring them.
No,
No one watch it.
you will see. But for me was so difficult.
Ruth, I wanted to ask, you said that you know, like you just like came up with this idea. Was when you came up with the plot line or the idea of this project, like, did you know that it was going to be improvised, or was there a thing in your mind like that this can be scripted, and like how did you decide what to do with it?
I think it was from the day one that I thought it could be improvised, because the other feature we did before, it also Second Star on the Right was also improvised, but it has like an structure. It has like this an outline, but this was like a step further about improvisation. So I think I always have this, I don't know how to say it, and not in English, but it's like I want to capture the truth. I don't know what's that. I don't know what's the truth, what's reality, but I try to go one step further. So I think from day one I said, we are going to improvise this. I don't know how to do it, and I start to research about these kind of movies, and start to like having references and all that stuff.
Do you think the next one will be also improvised?
No, it won't.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not. But I would love to do another one like this. But I think not the next one.
So because obviously everyone's perspective is their own perspective. How are we just supposed to perceive that as the truth? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because everyone has their own truth within this film. So, and you're showing us what you maybe think the truth is. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it just up to our interpretation of what the truth is?
I think one of the main points of the movie when we started is to create that feeling. What's the truth?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Everything's about
What really happened.
So I think that there is no truth. I think. I don't know.
Another question. I love the lighting. And like particularly you'd go from like the table scenes which had that like yellow, and then you had the awesome like red in some of the shots, because then you could see the contrast when then they were like, you know, sitting down talking to you in the therapy scenes, you know what I mean? So you could see the stark contrast of how the lighting was and stuff. Was that something that you had in mind of how you wanted to do that?
We tried. It was quite a difficult movie to light because it was they could go anywhere they want. So I mean, they had some restrictions. Don't go to this room because there's the equipment. It's there or things like that.
Yeah.
But we try to create this like an atmosphere of when they are being when they are lying to themselves the most. I mean, at the dining table and at the kitchen, there's the place when there is more light. I mean, it's the more the brilliant part, and when they are going to like reveal their secrets or to, I don't know how to say it, to expose themselves. It's where the darkest parts are, and also at the end, this red light. It was because when it was created because it's where everything was going to end. I knew that the ending was going to be in that point of view. So it was created to create this atmosphere. It was difficult sometimes because sometimes they start to, I don't know, walk super fast and they went to the kitchen and we didn't know that they were going to go there, and sometimes they, I don't know, they went to a room and they forgot the camera, so they just slammed the door to the camera and they forgot that the camera was going to get into that room. So it was quite a difficult challenge. But that was the main idea. I think it was difficult to maintain it the whole movie, but I think we tried quite good.
So from the time that you thought of this at 5 a.m. to now having the final product, your idea of what this movie was and then kind of what it came out, is it what you envisioned? Is it completely different?
It's a little bit different, a little bit darker, but better. Much better than I expected, because it was, for me, it was like a life-changing project. Professionally, personally, and I think that for me that's why I make cinema, because I don't care about the result, but I do care about the process, because for me that's what I remember the most. I don't know if maybe it's quite idealistic idea, but for me it's very important, and the process was so amazing.
And for all the actresses, what did you, because this is obviously a different kind of way of being directed, what did you learn or take away from being directed this way and being clearly so vulnerable on screen? Not all at once.
I think that for me is like I said before, when you were like with your partner, you have to see the phone. But for me, that was like the most amazing or just like shocking thing, because it makes you to be really, really in the moment and really like alive. I don't know how to say, like you have to be with all your senses like turn on. And for me it was quite difficult, because you're like feeling something, or you're watching something, or you have, I don't know, like a conversation, that's something that is quite important, but then you have to go to this thing. And it's like kind of in the first time I thought that it was like going like I don't know how to say, like to apart me, or don't be like in the moment, or don't be like paying attention to my partner. But it's totally the other thing. You have to be like so like synchronize this thing with the thing that you are living here with the thing that you said. So it was for me like the most, I haven't do that this before, so it was like the most amazing thing for me in the movie.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
guys totally have to be like on the top of like on the tip of your toes the whole time. It's not like you have 3 lines of dialogue and it's going to be cut and you're done. You're going to go back from the top. It's you don't know when you're going to be done. You don't know where it's going to go and how you're going to react and how your partner's going to react. So I can't. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, I just want to say that I think Ruth offered us a gift because as actresses, I think like to be in that way, like feeling so sensitive, feeling so, it was like, I don't know, too much energy and too much like being alive by 12 and being like desbordado. How do you say that? Like you don't have any borders.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, like overwhelmed. No, it was just a gift and you don't have the opportunity to do this like all the time. So for me it was a challenge. I would do it again for sure. I would love to do it again. And well, I need to see what happens. Yeah, I will be surprised maybe, but as the experience, I would say like go for it, like all the time.
Yeah, I I think Diana made the point, and I feel like the process for me is everything, because you can see everything in the movie, but for us, or for me personally, like the that opportunity to create a real relationship with everything, with yeah, like you're closer to her, but you kind of envy her, but you kind of don't trust her, like those things, like to live it, and then you got it like in your body, in your soul, and then live with that. It's like amazing. So I would do it again for sure, but it's like a beautiful process that gave us, or for me, it gave me everything.
For me, to have an experience for 5 days in another universe, because I was like a dream, and then of the 5 days were like normal. Hi. Oh, yeah. What happened? No. So interesting. See.
Yes. For me, I think Ruth screw me up. That how do you say screw? You fucked me because now I just want to work like this forever, because it's so real, it's so truthful that now every time I'm in a different movie or on a different project, I'm like, yes, it's cool, but fuck, I just want to feel the same that I felt in Leading Ladies, and it's really hard to get to that feeling as an actress. So yeah, you fucked me up.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep making movies like this together, I think, is the bottom line that everyone is saying here.
Yeah, I really want to know about your next project. Like, is it gonna have a lot of actresses again? Can you tell us more?
There are like 2 projects going on. One, it's quite personal, and I think it's going to be quite a small movie, because it's about like a throuples relationship. And the other one, it's a science fiction movie that we're trying to get made for this year. I don't know if this year or at the beginning of the of next year, which is like it's a sci-fi movie, which I think it's a female lead. I think all of them are going to be on the movie, of course, because I think we are a team and we create together. So I love to work with them, which is like, yeah, it's quite an interesting movie. But we're trying to, because it's a little bit more expensive than the other movie, so we're trying to get finance for that movie. But I think we're on the way to do it, and that's quite a thing nowadays. So we're on the way to do that. And the other smaller movie, but I think very personal. I think it's one of the most personal movies.
Oh, amazing. How do you get funding in Colombia? What is your process?
Our pocket.
Yeah. The funding, it's just keeping it small and getting people to love the movie so they can be involved, because it's not my movie, it's our movie. So if you want to be in the movie, I think it's a team effort. So it depends on each movie, and some of them has a little bit more budget, the other ones maybe less, but we're trying to keep it small. We're trying to share like the profits of the movie with the people involved, because it's quite difficult to get funding here, especially for me, because I'm
So
not
long.
yeah, it's so long, and I don't like to wait too much time, because I think everything could change in a long period of time. But it depends, but it's personal money in most cases.
The fact that you shot this in 5 days is unreal to me, that you're able to do basically 5 movies in 5 days is crazy.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Well, this has been amazing. Obviously, you have like such fans at Wicked Queer, so we're super excited that we got to screen this the world premiere. Obviously, we look forward to your future work, and I'll stalk you for it until you send it my way for me to look at.
Yes.
But I'm sure this is going to be the beginning of a lot of festival runs for you guys with this film. And I just loved learning about the process and talking to you guys, and even like loving it even more and knowing how you guys put this together. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you. It's amazing.
Yes.
We
love you guys.
We love Wicked Queer. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Someday soon when you can come back, promise you we'll bring you to the dance floor
Yeah.
again. Yes.
We love-
I know, Baze, I miss dancing with you.
Yeah. Please, the next time until 3 a.m., not 12, please.
We can't do that in Boston.
It's not
I
happening.
was like, what? It was like noon and midnight, and then they were like, okay, that's it. I was like, oh my God, it's midnight.
Okay, we will do an after party in my place. So
Please.
we'll go till like late.
Or we can go to the strip club's the only thing that's open till like 2.
Yeah. But we're expecting all the leading ladies next time, so we'll have a good
Ooh, that would be
party.
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, thank you guys so much. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for
Bye.
having us.